Welcome to Writer's Way Podcast with Linda Holz, author of Ebony Island, in this exclusive audio interview hosted by Jessica Wilkins.
Welcome to Writer's Way Podcast, the podcast where we step into the enchanting world of authors as we delve into their unique writing journeys and the captivating tales behind their stories. I'm your host, Jessica Wilkins. Today, we have a distinct pleasure of hosting the brilliant mind behind the captivating novel, Ebony Island. She was born and raised Dubuque, Iowa. She had carried a lifelong passion for the written word. Her love for writing has blossomed into a collection of heartfelt poetry and enchanting short stories that capture the essence of human experience. Currently residing in the charming town of Manchester, Iowa, she continues to weave her literary magic, sharing her creativity and insight with the world. Join us as we delve into the mind and soul of this remarkable storyteller, none other than Linda Holz. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
By the way, how are you?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. Anyways, Ebony Island, Linda, has been captivating readers with its unique blend of fantasy and mystery. So, what inspired you to write Ebony Island, and how did the story came to life?
Well, I enjoy writing a lot, and this was an interesting project. I like the animals, the dinosaurs, and I developed a story around an episode that was the third Jurassic Park movie, and I went from there. I just thought, like those raptors, they were so intense on their protecting their eggs. What would it be like if something happened to one of their hatchlings? So I just went from that perspective on.
Wow. I like Jurassic also. The movie itself is very fantastic. So from that movie, you really came up with with the story Ebony Island. Nice. That's nice. So the story delves into some intriguing themes. So can you describe the central themes of your story, the Ebony Island?
Well, it has unlikely alliances. The story explores the surprising bond between Laura and the alpha female velociraptor, and this is a testament to overcoming ingrained distrust and embracing collaboration. And their partnership highlights the potential for trust and understanding between humans and animals, even if in the direst circumstances. And
yes, human relationships with animals are quite intriguing on those terms. However, if we could really do something, or maybe like in the Ebony Island, it gives us a unique experience of the relationship between human and animal. So it's quite refreshing to the readers itself. Okay. With such a diverse cast of characters, it must be difficult to choose a favorite, right? Pick one. Who would it be and why?
Well, I kind of like the velociraptors. I mean, I was able to really go into developing their characters, especially the mother raptor, because, they're kind of like my favorite meat eater animals, and I just felt like bringing out her character more. It was different and unique.
Yes, unique in a sense that we really have, or we don't really understand the animal. I guess quite challenging for you. So with the setting of Ebony Island with incredibly vivid, was it inspired by a real location, or is it purely a figment of your imagination?
Well, the book itself is fictitious, but the islands that they aren't specifically real, except for the settings that were in like San Diego, California, and Costa Rica. Those were real places.
Okay, so those other settings in the story is not really just the imaginative picture, or like that?
Pretty much.
What you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
However, having those Jurassics within the San Diego, it's quite challenging in imagination. So I
Yeah.
feel you when it comes to writing, and I hands down to those kind of writers with the imagination. So I can't really imagine. I'm not that creative as an author also. Anyways, writing a novel is not an easy feat, right? And
Hmm.
what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced during the writing process, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I encountered some writer's block. To solve that, I was stopped writing for a bit, and then I just, have about potential next scene or research something that pertains to it during my daily activities. And sometimes I just let it sit in front of me to look at it a while and maybe, think about what I wanted to go in, which direction I wanted to go with it. And there were times when, even when I was at work, I'd be folding towels and I'd have a thought and I'd have to write it down real quick. So I always had a tablet or something with me. Or if I was just going to bed and to go to sleep, I'd have a thought and I'd go, oh, write it down quick. So
Yeah, sometimes I have those when it comes to work. So when it comes, when it comes to work, I usually have those thoughts. I need to do this. I need to do that. So when the thought came in, of course, you have to write it down for you to remember and have those. I mean, not to forget it, right?
yeah.
Okay, so what message or takeaway do you hope readers will gain from their journey through Ebony Island?
Well, I could think of a number of them. Courage in the face of adversity. I have a respect for nature. And redemption through selflessness. The fight against exploitation.
Oh, yes.
And the power of connection.
Oh, power of connection. Would it be a power of connection to animals or to each other with the human connection?
So it underscores the importance of trust and collaboration, even in the most unlikely circumstances. And it's whether between species, as with Laura and the velociraptor, or among humans, as seen in the ensemble cast. The story highlights that connection and mutual understanding can overcome fear and adversity.
Yes. Wow, those takeaways that you really want your readers to gain is very inspiring. I guess when I read, though I just read the summary of your book, however, when it comes to the summary, it's quite captivating. And from those summary, you could really get what would be the best, what you could get from the book itself. That's why whenever I buy some book, of course, summary is one of the best. First thing that I would really look on. So that's very nice. Okay, so did you draw from personal experience when writing the story?
Well, it's not really. It came from just watching the movie and my imagination.
You really have a nice imagination. I like you. Okay. From the initial spark of inspiration to the moment you held the finished book in your hands, how long did this incredible journey take you?
Well, the idea of the story started right after the movie of Jurassic Park 3. That was in 2001. Because I said this before, I noticed how protective the raptors were for their eggs.
Yes.
So after I wrote some notes, I went cold turkey on it and didn't work on it for years. And then I suddenly decided to write it as a short story. So I started that way, about just attitude of a short story. But as I worked on it, the scenes just popped into my head. And, like I said before, I'd quickly write them down so I wouldn't forget them. And as I progressed, I realized that the story was going beyond a short one. So when I finished writing it and edited it and proofread it, it was published in 2014.
It took you 13 years.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Writing a book is not an easy feat. That's one thing for sure.
Especially your first one.
Yeah, it's quite really challenging. So there are ups and downs when it comes to writing. And I salute you for, even though it takes a while in finishing the book, however, you still published it. And it gives us another story to read. Now, for our eagle-eyed listeners, are there any hidden symbols, any deeper meanings within the story that they might miss on their first read?
Well, there might be a few, but one I noted was the alpha female raptor as a symbol of trust and transformation.
Okay.
Yeah, the raptor, they represent overcoming primal instincts of distrust and fear. And the raptor's journey to save the hatchling mirrors Laura's quest to rescue her husband. So that symbolizes a shared maternal or protective instinct that transcends species.
Yes, I guess those hidden symbols were really not really visible when it comes to first read. So as much as possible, having reread or having read again the book Ebony Island would really get you the real or hidden meaning of what really dinosaur is all about. And yeah, those ones. We're in the last question.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, and finally, what exciting projects are you working on now? Can we expect a sequel or perhaps a completely new adventure?
Well, my plans are to continue writing. I have written another book too, but as for a sequel, for this one, I have been working on one at this moment, and I hope to have it published soon.
Oh, how soon it would be?
I've got one chapter to finish. And maybe a little bit addition to another one, and I should be done.
Oh, that would be great. Maybe you would like to publish it with us?
Maybe.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that would be nice to hear. Anyways, thank you so much, Linda, for taking heart of doing this interview. I really have this interview it quite entertaining, and the conversation flows really smoothly. And thank you so much for joining us today and sharing the magic behind Ebony Island, your baby, your book. To all our listeners, okay, make sure to grab your copy and dive into this enchanting tale. For this, Linda, thank you so much again for joining us today and having the pleasure of talking with you, having this conversation with you. Thank you, listeners, also for joining us. Be sure to check Ebony Island and follow Linda Holz for updates and for future projects. Thank you for tuning in to Writer's Way Podcast. Until next time, keep reading and stay inspired. Thank you and goodbye.